Hello ladies and gentlemen, Scared204 here, bringing you another Minecraft World War 1 vehicle tutorial. In this tutorial we'll be going ahead and building the Pierce-Arrow Armored Lorry. This vehicle here was originally designed up in 1941 and was chosen to basically house a Vickers Naval 2-pounder automatic gun, also known as the Pom Pom. The Pom Pom was a very famous World War 1 and World War 2 anti-aircraft gun that was highly effective and just a pretty good all-around gun. They decided to use the Pierce-Arrow 5-ton lorry chassis as a way to mount the AA gun on it to have a mobile anti-aircraft platform. This basically became the first British self-propelled anti-aircraft gun, and later on they passed an order to order more of these to be built. In Battlefield 1 we can see it equipped with a couple of different types of additions. We have obviously the AA, the Pom Pom. We also have the field artillery piece, and we also have the mortar. This one in particular is designed to be the artillery piece on it, and of course maybe the anti-air version, stuff like that will be coming later on in the future. So it's pretty interesting vehicle all around, very versatile, and the first ever self-propelled British anti-aircraft gun. So going ahead and taking a look at the build itself, it's pretty simple. I mean, you can definitely see the World War 1 aspect of it. It's, you know, got a very kind of boxy shape to it and just has that World War 1 vibe to it for sure. But you can see basically you got the front up here, the driver's hatch, also the machine gun, which was located there in that section there. Going ahead and continuing on, you can see you got pretty much the axles that go across here, everything like that. It pretty much had like what looked like carriage wheels on it, honestly. So did pretty much, you know, I couldn't really just put like tires on it, so I had to go ahead and, you know, do this design with it. But it works out all right. We have some extra stuff mounted onto the sides here in terms of some logs and planks and stuff like that, maybe for extra protection or for crossing trenches or ditches or something like that. The back door here to get in and out of the lorry, and then on the inside here, pretty simple, pretty basic, and you have your field artillery gun located just right there. And if you guys, any of you guys have played Battlefield 1, you guys are familiar with this AA gun in this truck and how people usually like to camp with these and shell you from miles away. But anyways, that's pretty much the Pierce-Arrow Armored Lorry. As I mentioned, there's the main version that was actually realistic was the anti-aircraft version, but you know, we're going to be doing the artillery version and hopefully the anti-aircraft version sometime in the future. Anyways, that's it for this. Let's go ahead and move into the tutorial by starting off with our first layer, layer 1. Alright guys, so going ahead and moving on to our first layer, we're going to start off with layer 1. For layer 1, we're going to go ahead and start off by placing down 2 dark oak wood stairs back to back like this to create the first half of a wheel. Once we have that done, we're going to place down 1, 2, and 3 stone brick top slabs across, followed by an upside down two upside down dark oak wood stairs back to back like that to create the other wheel. With that complete, we're going to need to go ahead and grab ourselves some blocks here. We need to give ourselves some space, so we're going to go ahead and count a space of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 blocks back. We're going to place down another row of 3 of stone brick top slabs across, followed by again a dark oak wood stair on both sides like this, and a dark oak wood upside down stair on the back of it like that to create the bottom halves of these wheels. Once you have that done, that's going to pretty much do it for layer 1, and with that we'll go ahead and move on to our next layer, layer 2. Alright guys, moving on to our next layer, we go ahead and move it on to layer 2. For layer 2, we're going to go and start by placing down 2 dark oak wood stairs back to back on top of all the upside down dark oak wood stairs that are back to back, just to go ahead and finish off our wheels and have our wheelbase kind of established. So we should get something that kind of looks like that. With that finished, we're going to go ahead and take our cobblestone walls. We're going to place down 1 and 2 up here in the front, and then 1 and 2. In case you haven't already figured out, the front of our vehicle is going to be in this direction here, and the rear is going to be back in this direction. So we have our cobblestone walls in place. We're going to place down a stone brick full block in the middle there, followed by a stone brick stair, which is going to, a stone brick full block, which is going to basically be in between these cobblestone walls. So 2 stone brick full blocks in between those walls. We then want to go ahead and grab ourselves some dark oak wood slabs. We're going to place down a row of 3 across the front there, just like that. Going ahead and continuing on, we're going to place down a stone brick, let's say we're going to place down a stone brick full block here in the middle like that, followed by a dark oak wood top slab on either side of it. We then want to place down a zombie head on either side coming off those dark oak wood top slabs. Continuing on, I believe it's the same on both sides here. Yep, it is. So continuing on, we're going to go ahead and place down a stone brick full block here in the middle, followed by 2 stone brick full blocks out to either side, and then a green stained clay block here that's going to come off this row 3 here of stone brick full blocks. Continuing on, we're going to place down another row 3 here of stone brick full blocks across, followed by a green hardened stained clay block on both sides. We then want to go ahead and place down a row of 1, 2, and 3 stone brick full blocks going back along the center here. We're then going to place down 1, 2, and 3 dark oak wood top slabs across the side here. Same thing right over here, 1, 2, and 3 dark oak wood top slabs on this side as well. We will also want to go ahead and grab ourselves wooden trapdoors. We're going to place down 1 and 2 wooden trapdoors coming off the stair right here. And then we're going to place down another wooden trapdoor that's opened up like so. Same thing over here. So just like that to create this little opening here where you can store like cargo and stuff like that. Alright, so continuing on, we're then going to go ahead and take our cobblestone walls. We're going to place down 1 and 2, and then 1 and 2 over here on this side as well. In the middle here, we're going to place down a row of 2 of stone brick full blocks, just like that to fill in that space like that for the chassis. We then want to place down one more stone brick full block that sticks back like so, followed by an end rod coming off those 2 cobblestone walls on the side. Across the back here, we're just going to place down a row of 5 of green stained clay across all the way like that, with wooden signs here on the sides on either end of this row of 5 of green stained clay, just like that. Once you guys have that done, that's going to do it for layer 2. With that, let's move on to layer 3. For layer 3, we're going to go ahead and start off by taking mossy cobblestone walls. We're going to place down a row of 3 across the front of those top slabs right there. We then want to place down a row of 3 of green stained clay right behind it, followed by a lever that's going to go on both sides, just like that, which will be connected up to the headlights once we get to those a little bit later. Continuing on, we're going to place down another row of 3 of green stained clay all the way across, followed by a stone button on either end of that row of 3. After that's finished, we're going to go ahead and place down another row of 3 of green stained clay. This time on either side, we're going to place down a mossy cobblestone wall like that. We then want to go ahead and grab ourselves some spruce wood. We're going to place down a spruce wood plank like this on both sides with a sign on the side of it. Continuing on, we're going to place down a mossy cobblestone wall after this spruce wood plank like that. We then want to place down 1, 2, and 3 green stained clay blocks back, and same thing over here, 1, 2, and 3 green stained clay blocks like so. We're then going to place down 2 dark oak wood ups downstairs over the wheel right here to create the fenders. And once we have that done, we're going to place down a green stained clay block here on the back of each one of these dark oak wood stairs on the back here. In the middle section here, we're going to place down a row of 3 here of spruce wood planks all the way across. We're going to place down stone buttons on either side here. A sign on this spruce wood plank. We're going to go ahead and go into our inventory, grab ourselves some item frames, place down a row of 2 of item frames across the back there. We're going to grab ourselves a shovel, also an iron axe, and put a shovel and an iron axe there for a little bit of detail on the back. For this layer also, you can have the choice of kind of putting some little detail bits on here and everything like that. And what I mean by that is we can place down a stone button here on this green stained clay block, and we'll also place down one right there. If you guys are building this thing and you guys plan on putting like the little planks and stuff on the side here, you're going to leave this whole section open. And what I did for my version, I'm just going to copy what I did over there. You guys can switch it up if you guys want. Is I just went ahead and placed down a row of 3 of spruce wood top slabs over here on the side. On this side, I did something a little bit different. I placed down a row of 4 and kind of scooted it back one, so it's a row of 4 on the side here. And then I have my stone buttons here on either side. So you can see it's a little bit different on both sides there. So anyways, you can just see that you can kind of have some playability with it and switch it up. If you have a couple of these in one area, maybe you want to, adjust the positions of the planks and all that stuff, and the logs just to kind of give it a little bit more variation, stuff like that between different units. But anyways, that's just a little idea. That's what I did for mine. You can switch it up or just copy the same thing I did. Anyways, let's go ahead and move on to our next layer, layer 4. Alright guys, so going ahead and moving on to our next layer, we'll be going ahead and moving on to layer 4. For layer 4, what we want to do is we want to go ahead and start off by taking dark oak wood slabs. We're going to place down a row of dark oak wood slabs across the front there like that. We then want to place down a wooden trapdoor on either side of these dark oak wood slabs. We're then going to place down an item frame to cover up those wooden trapdoors with a glass block in the item frame, and also a sign on the trapdoor as well to create our front headlights, which should look something like that. With that finished, we're then going to go ahead and place down a row of 3 of dark oak wood slabs across. We're going to place down a wither skeleton skull on either end of that row of 3. We then want to go ahead and place down a row of 3 here of green stained clay across, followed by a mossy cobblestone wall on both sides like that. Continuing on, we're going to place down a spruce wood plank here on top of this one on both sides, followed by a tripwire hook coming off the spruce wood plank. We then want to place down a mossy cobblestone wall going back from the spruce wood plank, followed by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 green stained clay blocks back. Same thing over here, just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 green stained clay blocks back. After that's finished, we're going to place down a row of 3 of spruce wood planks across the middle here. And actually one thing that I did do is put the kind of like the royal, or the Great Britain's symbol there, you know, the United Kingdom symbol. I just went ahead and placed down a snow block here. You put an item frame over the snow block and a blue wool block in the item frame to create something that looks just like that. Once we have that complete, again, we kind of go to the sides here for detail, and this is kind of, again, different for whatever you guys are deciding to do. On this side, to add a little bit of detail, I put down 2 signs here, and then I went ahead and took our oak wood logs, and I just went ahead and placed down a row of 3 across here. I went ahead and then placed down signs on the sides of the logs, and then I also placed down a stone button on this green stained clay block right here. Over here on this side, I did something a little bit different, so I went ahead and placed down a stone button here and a stone button up here, and I just went ahead and placed down again kind of a row of 3 here of oak wood logs across, and did a very similar thing where I put down a sign on the side of the logs, just like that. So again, it just kind of shows you can do something kind of similar on both sides and kind of switch it up a little bit, move it around, and you guys got, you know, a whole different design there. Also in the back, we have a little bit more detail to do. We're going to place down a stone button on both sides here. We're going to place down a sign on this spruce wood plank to the left side, and then in the middle, a tripwire hook, just like that. Once you guys have that done, that's going to do it for layer 4, and with that, we can move on to layer 5. Alright guys, moving on to layer 5. For layer 5, what we want to do is we want to go ahead and start off by taking a mossy cobblestone wall. We're going to place down one right on top of this spruce wood plank right here, and same thing over on that side. We're then going to place down one more mossy cobblestone wall back on both sides. After that's complete, we're going to place down a spruce wood top slab right here, coming off this mossy cobblestone wall to the right side. We then want to place down 2 spruce wood planks going over to the left side of the vehicle, so over here. Off this top slab here, we're going to place down another top slab coming off of it. Also, on this spruce wood plank over here to the left side, we're going to place down an end rod coming off of it just like that. With that finished, we're going to go ahead and place down a green carpet on these 2 blocks on the sides there. After that's finished, we're going to go ahead and then place down a row of 3 of green stained clay all the way across, followed by a row of 3 of green carpet across. After that, we're going to place down a snow block on both sides with an item frame, and then a blue wool block in the item frame like that, and it's going to be the same thing here on both sides like we did on the back there. After that's complete, we're going to place down 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 green stained clay blocks back, same thing right over here, 5 back. And then over this back section here, just again, a row of spruce wood planks all the way across. We then want to go ahead and grab ourselves a sign. We're going to place down a sign on your side here on the back. We're going to need stone buttons. We're going to place down a stone button in the middle here, and then one out stone button on each side. After we have that complete, on top of these logs here, basically right above them where we have the signs, we're going to place down some levers and flick them down like that to kind of show like some kind of rope or something tying the logs to the side. And then just stone buttons on the remaining green stained clay blocks. And same thing over here on this side, just like that, and stone buttons on the remaining blocks. Once you guys have that done, that's going to pretty much do it for layer 5. With that, we'll move on to our last final layer, layer 6. We'll put the top portion on here, and then we'll move to the interior, which is going to cover putting all this stuff on the inside here. Anyways, with that, let's go ahead and move on to layer 6. Alright guys, layer 6 is pretty simple. We already kind of did a little bit of work on it. Basically, all we're going to do is we're just going to go and go to the sides here. We're going to place down 1, 2, 3, and 4 green carpet. And the same thing over here, 1, 2, 3, and 4. On these last 2 green stained clay blocks, we're going to place down 2 levers, which are going to be aimed toward each other, just like that. And then in between the levers on top of these spruce wood planks, we're going to place down a row of green carpet. With that all complete, that's going to kind of do it for that. And we can see we have this empty section on the inside here, which we're going to go ahead and get to in a second. We're going to go ahead and start filling that space in, and we're going to do the interior for the build. Anyways, that's going to do it for the outside and pretty much layers 1 through 6. Let's go ahead and move on to putting the gun in and doing a little bit of the interior on the inside. Alright guys, so going ahead and moving on to putting the gun on and the interior space. Now, what we have currently, we have this empty space left in the inside here. We need to go ahead and kind of fill this in. So I'm going to take green stained clay, and I'm just going to go ahead and fill in the bottom here, create a bed basically for the truck. So just going ahead and filling this all in, we should get something that kind of looks like that. For this front section here, we're going to go ahead and place down some green stained clay on the sides there to kind of shore up the walls there. We're going to delete this green stained clay block, and we're actually going to place down 2 spruce wood planks going up like that. And again, we can't forget to place down a green carpet back on top. Also, we're going to place down a green carpet on that spruce wood plank as well. I think that it just should be like that. I don't know why it wasn't, so we're going to do that. Anyways, on this, coming off the spruce wood plank, we're going to place down a tripwire hook like that, followed by a wooden side coming off of it like so. And that's going to kind of create the door here that allows you to get into the kind of like the driver's section and all that stuff. Once we have that done, we now pretty much have to work on putting the gun in. And the gun itself, it's not anything too simple. I may have to take a few looks at it here and there just to make sure I get it right. But it's pretty simple in general. So we're going to place down a green stake plate block right in the middle here, followed by a mossy cobblestone wall on both sides. After that's done, we're going to place down a dark oak wood stair here on top of those two mossy cobblestone walls like that, with a dark oak wood slab in between the stairs. Going ahead and building up from that, we're going to place down a dark oak wood stair like this on both sides. In between the dark oak wood stairs, we're going to place down a dark oak wood top slab. Coming off that dark oak wood top slab toward the rear of our gun, we're going to place down a spruce wood stair like this. And on the back of that spruce, or on the front of the spruce wood stair, we're going to place down a wooden trapdoor like so. We will want to go ahead and go into our inventory. We're going to grab ourselves item frames, and we're going to place down 1 and 2 item frames around this dark oak wood stair here with green stained clay blocks in the item frames. We also want to go ahead and take a zombie head and place it down coming off this dark oak wood stair over here on the right side. After you have that done, going ahead and building up, we're going to place down a green stained clay block on top of this spruce wood top slab, followed by one more green stained clay block back. And then we're just going to go ahead and grab ourselves a mossy cobblestone wall and place it on the back here for the back of the gun. With that finished, we're going to go ahead and take our dark oak wood slabs. We're going to place down 1, 2, and 3 dark oak wood slabs going toward the front. We're going to place down signs along the sides here of those slabs. And same thing over here. Like so. After we have that done, we will need to go ahead and grab ourselves a nether brick stair and also a wither skeleton skull. We're going to place down a dark oak wood stair like this, or a nether brick stair like this, with a wither skeleton skull behind it for the optics for aiming the gun. And we also want to go ahead and grab ourselves a dark oak wood slab and place it down on top of this dark oak wood stair right here. We're then going to take a tripwire hook and place it down on this green stained clay block on the right side for, again, a little bit of detail there for the gun. And then we just want to go ahead and take wooden trapdoors, place down 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 across the top there like that for the gun. One last thing we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and go into our inventory. We're going to go ahead and grab ourselves some stone pressure plates. And we're just going to go ahead and kind of fill in the floor here with some stone pressure plates just to give it a little bit more of a design there on the bottom. Anyways, once you guys have that all finished, that's going to pretty much do it for the Pierce-Arrow Armored Lorry with the artillery gun on the mounted on the back. Overall, really cool design for it. It's been a while since we've done a World War I vehicle, so I'm happy to get this out for you guys. So hopefully you guys do enjoy it and are able to put it to good use on your worlds. If you guys do end up using this design, I do ask that you guys give me proper credit for it. This can be anything from a sign on the build, tweet to my channel, or to this video. If this is a pretty social media sites, just be sure to get proper credit for it. That's all I ask for when doing these tutorials. It helps my channel grow and it continues to keep me inspired to keep on posting these videos. So as long as you guys give me credit for it, you're free to use it for whatever projects you guys are working on. Other than that, guys, thank you guys so much for watching. As always, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. This has been Garrett2x4, and I'll see you guys next time.